Okay. Okay, right. So what we are doing now, let me show you in this video. So the task is, if I just open a notepad, what's that, man? Exit draw, don't draw. So if I open a notepad, and the topic is, what is the
Topic
topic?
is
And we,
pre-deployment approvals.
Shabash, pre-deployment, oops, sorry, deployment approvals, yeah? What's this
Yep.
means?
That there's some there's like some requirements asked before the application gets deployed, the pipeline gets deployed.
So basically, in our last example, what we saw that we created a build pipeline, and then after that, we deployed into our test environment and web staging environment. Is that right?
Yes.
And that was all automatic. So, but in most of the scenarios, when you work in a company, this is not the case. So you deploy in testing environment and you test it for a few days, make sure everything is fine, no bugs, no issues, before you do a deployment to your staging environment. So for that reason, so you fix your bugs after 3 4 days, and you want to release it. So you will use a method called pre-deployment approval. So make sure it has been approved by one of your colleague or your DevOps manager or somebody who knows what you're doing, and he approves it after you do a commit and all that before release, and then it will automatically deploy to a pre-staging environment. And before you do that, you have to enable this in release pipeline. So we need to enable pre-deployment in release pipeline.
Yep.
Yeah, and we will make a change in the repo, and this will trigger the build pipeline and automate and release. But in this case, uh, it will ask for
It will ask for approval.
shabash, well done. It will ask for approval. In this example, I will ask you to approve it. Yeah.
Okay.
In this example, I will I will ask I will ask Omar to approve this release. Yeah.
Yep.
And as soon as Umar will approve, the deployment will, will start. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. So first thing, what do we do? Um, I go to my build pipelines. So yeah, if you go to a release
Okay.
and edit, and then what do we do?
On the testing environment, you press on the electric icon. You go
Not
onto
electric, the man account.
the map. It's the
Yeah,
same thing.
is it?
Yeah, it's a
Is it?
whole
Oh,
thing.
sorry. Okay, okay. Then
So we enable pre-deployment approvals
Shabash. Okay,
and we
and now
choose. Who?
Okay, I will choose you.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is very important timeout. So we make it 2 hours,
Okay.
not 2 days, 2 hours. The propose a user requesting the document should not approve it.
The user requesting.
This is like if the policies are there, so that means if you're asking for approval, you cannot approve yourself. Only a
Okay.
third party can approve it.
Okay.
So that's all done. We save it. Okay, save. Okay. So the next step is that we will make a change.
Okay.
If you go to repos, we just make a change in index h pages, and you know this where this code came from. So we created a .NET simple project in Visual Studio and cloned that repo or pushed that repo from Visual Studio to here in Azure DevOps. So we just make a change, and as soon as we make a change, we got a mechanism that will automatically kick in the build pipeline and release pipeline. But in this case, we put an approval gate for pre-deployment, which is a manual stuff. The automatic approval gate we'll talk in our next lesson.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So index HTML, just type in something. Welcome to project. We are deploying to second stage, which is called web apps. So we are deploying. We say we are deploying. So edit first. So we say we're deploying pre-deployment. Yeah?
Okay.
Pre-deployment approval. Yeah,
Yeah.
before the release. Before the release pipeline triggers. Okay, we do. So as soon as we commit, it will. What it will happen? Tell me.
As soon as we commit, the build pipeline will kick in. After that, the release pipeline.
Yeah, pre-deployment. Just you can type anything. Deployment
Okay.
approval. Okay, so commit. So if you go to pipelines straight away, we can see the C kicked in.
Yeah.
You can see that. Yeah. So starting a job. As soon as this finished, we just go to our release and it will come a new release in release 11.
Okay.
So let's see, the pipeline is still running. As soon as this finish, we'll go and have a look. Okay, give me 1 second, yeah.
Okay.
So yes, and the build pipeline finished. We will go to release, and you can see
Okay.
if you so release haven't started. If you're around, see approval
Yeah.
pending. Or don't do it now. 1 second. So you can see that pending approval,
Okay.
and that's you.
I'll
Can you approve it for me, please?
sure. Web app. Okay. Members pipeline releases. Uh, where do I see the approval? The request.
Show me your screen.
Okay.
Good question. So it's good for the audience.
Okay.
If somebody doesn't know, have you shared it?
1 second. Now, yeah. Can you see it?
1 second. Okay. So if you go, are you repo? Go to repo. Oh, so you're in the web app already. And go to release.
Please. Okay. Yeah, I don't see anything here. But there
Why?
is. Second.
What is the sorry? What is the error?
I don't
Access.
have permission. View release permission.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen now.
Okay.
So I'll try to give you view release permission here.
All right.
Okay, that's good. So we are seeing the live issues. Where is it? Okay, here, share. And you see my screen now?
Yes.
Where is it? Okay, so if we go to organization settings,
Yeah.
organization settings, and uh, pipelines settings. Can you see anywhere view release disabled view
Uh, no, this is I think you have to go on to users.
users? Okay,
You choose me. Okay.
okay,
And three dots at the end.
yeah, that's called Eclipse. Okay,
Change access level.
yeah, good.
And we moved from basic to mm, no wait, this is something
Yeah,
else.
give me 2 seconds. Okay, so we try that. Let's save it. Try now. Can
Uh
you see?
okay, I'll check.
Before you click, you probably have to show me if you can see some. If you can see pipelines.
No, I still can't. I don't think that was the option. Uh Go back onto the three dots. Yeah. Now manage user, the second option.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Web app AZ400. It's the yeah, you can put it back to basic, it's whatever. But the last one is the thing I'm looking for, not this. Uh Web app 400 it says custom. Okay. Put me as project administrator.
Okay, let me put you.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Success chain. Before you see, tell me refresh it or something.
Okay. Yeah, now I can see it.
Okay,
Now I can.
please share with me.
Okay.
Stop share. Let me share with me.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
perfect. So all right, don't do anything.
Okay.
So this is your. I gave you access, and we fixed the issue, so you can see approved now. So that's what happened in the pre-deployment access. Okay, let's. I'm gonna
Okay.
share my screen back now. 1 second. Don't approve just now. What
Okay.
do you call it? If you okay, let me. If I share my screen now, cancel. Do you want to continue? So, okay. So I go back to my project again.
Okay.
So the repo was web app. If I go to release pipeline, uh, sorry, release, yes, release. Now, can you kindly approve it?
Okay. Uh, approve. Approved.
Hey, it's working now. So you approved it. So it's starting deploying to testing, and then after that, it will deploy to web staging.
I see.
See, it's working now. So just give a second. So you can see the logs. It's all working. So, so in this way, nobody can mess around with the code, and every time he make a change, he cannot push into main branch. See
I
now
see.
it's doing a second one. Good. But after this is done, how do we check it that that's been deployed?
Uh, we can check on the URL.
Shabash, that's what I swear. So you can check the web app, and the change you made should reflect over there in the index page. Yeah.
Yeah. We will see the new index onto the.
Yep, yep, it does done. So if we go back to our portal,
Yeah.
and so this go back to our testing environment app, which is Wolves app.
Yeah.
Let me close all this. Too many. So if we go to DevOps, because I close that page, if I go back to, we go to our project, which is Cloud Soldier, this project, and our release is this one. Completed. Now we go back to our portal, see, and just duplicate this again. Um, so if you go to, so we did, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to this web project. Today we are deploying pre-deployment approval before the release pipeline trigger. Yeah. And now if we go to our staging environment, what's the app called in staging?
Web app staging.
Shabash. Well done. Okay. So come on. So, oops. If you go back here, that's the web staging. You can see that. It's all good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So to reiterate what we have done. So in the past, what we're doing, everything like was direct, building a pipeline and releasing everything at the same time. But in the real environment, like if you're working somewhere in offices or in an organization, we do testing for a while until we are satisfied, we all the issues are covered, and then we release it to our next environment or then production. But to do that, we need to enable a pre-deployment approvals. This is a manual process. So that means somebody has to approve it, or as if your colleague, as if you want to approve it in a certain time, like we gave 2 hours, if he
Yeah.
doesn't approve it in that time, the release pipeline will be abandoned and there
Hmm.
will be no release. So in our example, what we showed that I allowed you as a project administrator of this project, and give you and ask you as approval of this project to release the pipeline. And we saw your screen, you approved it, and the release kicked in, and we saw in the board environment the change we made in the index page. It was showing on the web app. Okay.
Okay.